Hello, everybody. None of my friends were live, so I figured I would go live and just say hello to everybody. Anybody that's up burning the midnight oil is welcome here. And yeah, that's it. I got off work on a Sunday night. I don't have to work tomorrow morning. So this is kind of my night to relax and enjoy the evening. And I figured I could sit out here and listen to the frogs and the owls hoot and stuff like that, but I'm a very social person, so I enjoy engaging with other people and hoping to have some conversation tonight. That's about it. I don't have a topic, anything like that, but anybody stopping in, by all means, all are welcome. Just keep everything respectful and we'll just go from there. I've been experimenting on StreamYard so that I can have somebody live with me doing things. For me, it's more engaging to have somebody actually. And hey, Miss Helms, welcome in. Oh my goodness, that was a sticker that my friend, he's a tattoo artist, he gave to my wife the other day. It was a funny little. It was just funny. But yeah, I'm here burning the midnight oil. You know, I got home. I've had a rough 3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a rough 3 weeks, but it's okay. How are you doing tonight, Miss Helms? I know it's a lot earlier in your time than mine. Yeah. It's a rough week because we're not busy, but we've got so many parties scheduled. Like every night that we would normally have off, there's a wedding reception or a birthday party or something to where to the point is I'm working every freaking night and day. So, you know, it's just it's hard and my body is I'm getting old. my body's not letting me my body's not letting me just jump back in like I used to, you know? Hello Violet Blum, welcome in. I'm glad to hear that. And I hope your lavender soap is doing well too, Miss Helms, because yeah, I'm a big fan of your soap making. I think that's an awesome to take a trade, and you weren't formally schooled in that. Am I correct? You're not formally schooled in making soap. That was a hobby that you started up, right? And now you're making your own soap, if I understand that correctly. But that's really cool. Hi, Rhodes. You have to be here for quite a while before you can earn mod. Sorry. Doesn't mean you can't be a mod. I'm just saying that I'm very tight with my mods. If I don't know you, I'm not going to just throw you a mod. Sorry. I'm not that kind of channel. Hello? Andy Mon TV. Andy, I saw your name somewhere tonight. I'm sorry, I have to get to know you. I'm sorry. I've had trust issues in the past with my mods, and I have to get to know you. I'm very sorry. I'd love to have everybody, but hey. You dropped a new video. What was your video about? What was your video about? Yes, Max is here. Say hi, Max. Oh, Pokemon card. I just learned how to play Pokemon by one of my wife has I work every Friday night during the season, but my wife has guests over for dinner parties on Friday nights. They call it Friday. And her and her friends, get together, and one of her friends' husbands is was into Pokemon, and he brought some over one night when I got out of work. He was trying to teach me how to play, and that was cool. I was actually thinking about like doing a live playing that Pokemon. I don't know how I would do it. Just set it up, the camera up above the table while we play cards. But come on, settle down. Oh no. He's excited because he doesn't get to see you too often. So I'm working a lot. Go. Hey Phoenix, how are you? Welcome in. Good for you. I was on with you and Jace, and yeah, I was a little concerned. I'm happy to see you always. Always happy. Excuse me. There's no rabbits going around, so he's a rambunctious guy. It's about it's close to 2 a.m. my time. Shh. Stop. Yeah, me too, Phoenix. Especially when he posted his title. I didn't know how to handle it. I tried to handle it with humor. Try to cheer him up a little bit. Give him a little. I don't know. Not much I could do from the comment side. Hang on 1 second. Come on. No. Want to go outside? Come on. All right, I let Max on the lead for a little bit, so that'll give us a little bit of time. I guess not enough. Go, find a rabbit. All right, I gotta see. Yeah, Max is excited. Yeah. Yes, and Phoenix, I'm concerned too. That's all I can say, really. I don't know the situation, but it can be, especially for people in his age range. The rate of do I have shots of the beach? Actually, I got a video one morning. I got a couple videos of me being on the beach in the morning when I get to work. Before any members are there or anything, I can walk around on the beach and the property. Once the members get there, it's kind of a little sketchy. I can't film anything because I'm not allowed to film on in my country club. So. Yes, it's Cinco de Mayo. And the guy that covers me on my day off, I'm doing a burrito tomorrow. Tuesday is my special, Miss Helms, which is funny. I'm doing a steak burrito as my special. Um, just leftover ribeyes. I'm gonna just slice it up really thin and make cheesesteaks, but just turn it into a burrito. Do you know what the guy is doing for the Cinco de Mayo special tomorrow? The guy that covers me? He is doing a chicken pot pie. I was like, okay. And me and the head chef were like, Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, and he's doing a pot pie. And all I could do was just shake my head. I said, and then I walked by tonight while I was doing some prep, and the chef's door was open, and I was like, it's a tequila lime flavored pot pie, right? You know, just joking, you know, because obviously, you know. Chicken pot pie is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's Cinco de Mayo. It's a holiday. You know, you gotta kind of when you do your specials, you should run them with a little bit. Hey, Tracy's in the house. Miss Helms, tacos are, you know, they are so versatile. You can make. I made one out of barbecue beef and just had coleslaw on top of it, and they were buying the hell out of it. So, and it wasn't a taco per se that you would think of if you went to like a taco joint, but just having the you know, the barbecue. It was barbecue. It was braised short ribs, so it was all, you know, shredded beef pretty much. I just tossed it in some barbecue sauce and topped it with some coleslaw. That was it. That was all I did for my special, and a lot of people liked it. Oh, we made a poblano, black bean, and chicken enchilada, where they took the black beans and we pureed them pretty much. And oh my god, those were good. Those were good. So yeah, free spirits. I missed a comment here. Something. Did I miss something, or maybe I didn't? I don't know. I got 3 mods on tonight. So last Sunday, I got like 1,000 views on my live, and I was so overwhelmed. It was so crazy. I had 50 people in the chat at one time, and it was overwhelming. I like it when it's like this, you know, just a couple people here, you know, couple new people, couple of my friends. That's good, you know. I can watch everything and control, but when the chat was going, I'm going, oh my god. And thankfully there was enough people there to help me, and I do appreciate it. Whoever was there. I don't remember, but I made a post and I commented it. I can imagine Phoenix. I can't imagine 250, to be honest with you. That's crazy. You know? That's insane. I can't imagine that. But I've been on since November's when I started YouTube, so. Taco Bell. Andy, I actually just did a video where I went into a local taco place. If you can go to an actual restaurant that does tacos, a Mexican restaurant. Um, you would never eat Taco Bell again. I guarantee you, man. Guarantee you. The little place that I went into, that's been around for 20 freaking years now. Just selling tacos, stuff like that. Hmm. Have a good night, Andy. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. This place did the place that I was talking about. I just stopped. I think it was Friday night. No, I was working Friday night. No, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I they have a special where they do 6 tacos for $12. Now these tacos, number one, they're twice as big as any Taco Bell. All right. Number two, they're made fresh, and they are awesome. And it's worth it. I got 2 6-packs. I paid $12 a piece for each 6-pack. I came home and my family was singing, "Dad is great," you know? So everybody was happy with the tacos because they're good. Oh, good night, Tracy, if you're leaving. I'm sorry I missed it. 5 a.m. comes soon. Yeah, you're up in the Canadian. I'm sorry. Sorry about our current diplomatic situation, I guess you could say. I apologize. You're still always my friend, my Canadian friend, Tracy's. Texas tacos. I'm not sure about Texas tacos. I don't think I've ever had those. Are you talking about tacos from Texas? Phoenix, I don't understand what you mean. The Texas tacos, if you can elaborate a little bit more, that would be wonderful. Oh, okay. So they're smaller in Texas. Okay, you're talking about like actual tacos, which are a lot smaller than like the American tacos, which are bigger. Those are called street tacos, and they're almost like half the size of like a Taco Bell taco. If I'm correct in what you're talking about. You miss it. I'm trying to quit them. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm giving you cravings. I know about addiction, honey. Let me tell you. I put it out, but now I'm gonna drink a beer. So I don't know. Still not. Still not what it is, but yeah. Yeah, but those street tacos they're a little bit smaller and they're more they're like half the size. But Phoenix, are you completely sober? Just a question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm struggling to be sober. That's one of the goals that I have is to quit smoking, quit drinking. I've conquered a lot of other addictions in my life. But I was on your live on your lunch break the other night, and I was surprised to learn you shared a lot, and well, thank you for sharing. Number one, um, I I used to live with strippers and swingers, and I can I not firsthand can't relate to what you were talking about, but I understand because I saw it in my friends that I lived with. I don't think they went through the same experience. I know they didn't go through the same experience that you did, but you had some deep talk on your lunch break. I was sitting in my car on my 1 hour break in between my lunch and dinner, and you absorbed me. That's for sure. Hobbies get you to do, yeah, to get you to redirect your focus. Yeah. See, this is the problem: is my wife smokes. She doesn't drink like I do, but she smokes. So the problem is when I quit smoking, it's kind of hard because, like, in our mornings, we'll sit and have a cigarette together, and or at nighttime when she's awake, she'll come out and we'll sit on the porch. And sorry, Max is eating a box. That's that noise in the background. So it's kind of hard because when I did quit smoking, I lost that interaction that I had with my wife, and it kind of, I don't want to say estranged us, but that simple little quality time that we had in the evenings when she got home from work, and when I got home from work, and we'd go out and have a cigarette, you know. And so I would be sitting in the house and I'd be like, I'm not going out there because if I smell the smoke, it's going to want me to smoke some more. So, yeah. Yeah, Max is, he's getting down. I wish it's completely pitch black out there. Otherwise I would show you him eating the box, but your aunt only smoked one in the morning and one at night. Yeah, I know people who can do that. There's one lady at my work that just smokes one in between the lunch shift and the dinner shift. You get an hour off. She asked me how much I smoked. I was like, I smoke about a pack a day. And she was like, too much, too much, too much. And can you guys actually hear Max wrestling with the box in the background? I'm curious. Yeah, no, I've quit cigarettes. I've quit drinking. I've been sober for completely 100% sober, beer and cigarettes for years at a time. I just have a tendency to go back under high stress. I was sober drinking up until excuse me, beginning of October, and I just had a lot of family issues going on, stuff like that. One of my aunts passed away, and it was crazy, and I went back to drinking. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to put it down. Phoenix, I think I'm a little older than you. I'm almost 50 years old, you know. But yeah, I have 2 years of being completely sober. I've got I can't say that with the smoking. The most I've gone without smoking was, I think, a year and a half. And then I started working back in a bar, and I bummed a cigarette at night one time after a year and a freaking half. Stupidest thing I could have ever done. I did it. And next thing you know, I'm doing it like every night. I'm having a cigarette. And then the next thing you know, I'm getting angry and cranky. And I'm like, and then all of a sudden I realize, oh shit, I need a cigarette. I'm, you know, ooh. Max is still on the lead, but what are you doing? Now you just locked yourself in. Come say hi. Only a couple years older than you? Is that what you meant? When you said only a couple of years, Brandon? I'm assuming that's what you meant. See. Say hi. Say hi. He was just chasing. He was just chasing some. What do they call it in that Creedence Clearwater song? He was chasing a hoodoo there. That's what he was doing. I'm gonna unsnap him because he's on a lead. I gotta close the gate though, because if I don't, he'll get out. And Miss Helms, there's no longer a rabbit farm. He sold his rabbit farm, so I don't have to worry about him getting over into the rabbits, but I still have to worry about raccoons and possums and stuff like that. Saw a raccoon on my drive-in. Literally just driving it again. Oh, you and Miss Helms are the same age. You girls are youngins. Enjoy it. No, I'm keeping him from barking. And this is a rural, Miss Helms, this is a rural area that I live in. So they can call the cops, and the cops have to make a check if somebody calls them. They have to make a check. However, they're not going to enter my property. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to drive down my street. They're going to park in front of my house, and they're going to see if there's something going on, if they see animal abuse or something like that going on, you know. And after they do it, if they do it enough times, because the police just tell them, listen, stop calling. It's a rural area, you know. I'm allowed to shoot a gun here on my property, and I don't own a gun because I have children, and I don't. It's a more of a safety issue, and I don't. Anyways, I'm not anti-gun. Don't get me wrong. Actually, I love guns and I love shooting guns, but just raising children and having babies in the house, I didn't want a gun in the house. So I told my dad after they called the cops, I'm like, just let me borrow your gun for a little bit. I'm going to do some target practice in the backyard, you know. So, and then they won't bitch about Max barking when he finds something in the middle of the night. So, yeah, that's how that went down. But I didn't do that. I just got angry for a little bit. I got upset and it was just like, all right. I just am trying to keep Max as quiet as I can, being a courteous neighbor, but he's a dog. I'm getting ready to, I'm getting ready to raise chickens. Um, Miss Helms, I'm not going to get a rooster because you can have hens that lay eggs that don't, you don't need a rooster. They're just unfertilized eggs. However, shit, I remember waking up to roosters when I was a kid here. I mean, you got to understand, I bought my parents' house. They had this house built 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, or no, 30 years ago. I'm sorry, 30 years ago. No, 1990. 1990 is 35 years. Okay, 35 years ago, the house that I live in, I was a kid, you know, a teenager. But I can remember the neighbors had roosters, you know. Those those guys, that's your natural alarm clock. Those guys go off at like 4:30 in the morning. You know, I'm trying to. I thought I just heard one go off right now. But there used to be a kennel at the end of the road, you know. So people, I don't know. They move out here so that they don't have to deal with regulations, and they didn't have to deal with all that stuff. Do whatever the hell they wanted to, you know. Have a horse, have a chicken coop. I'm allowed to have it. And guess what? I'm allowed to have a fucking barking dog. I let him live his life. I let him be natural. I don't give a shit if he barks. He barks. He's a dog. That's what they do. The guy's over there, oh, I'll buy a dog bark collar for you. I was like, I was unloading for that wedding. I was loading up I'd catered the wedding, and I've got to have him chained up. Otherwise, I got to have him on the lead, and he doesn't like being on the lead when there's people coming and going. And we were all unloading equipment and stuff like that in and out of the house. Had to have the gates open, and he was barking, and that's when the neighbor came by, and I'm like, you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. I can't talk to you right now. I'm catering a wedding, but I got their number. But I've been respectful and trying to keep him quiet. I don't have to be. I mean, fuck, I'm in a rural area. I'm just being nice. These people my neighbors bought a house in a rural community with a lot of land and stuff like that. But they expected it to be, I guess, like a luxury. They expected it to be like Palm Beach, you know, big luxury area where no, we got neighbors. My neighbor kitty corner to me has got a gun range. He hasn't been shooting lately. I don't know. Maybe they got to him too. Who knows? I don't know. He hasn't been shooting lately, but it's not uncommon to hear good, gunfire in the middle of the night here. Roosters, dogs, donkeys braying, peacocks. There was a peacock farm 2 houses away. My dad used to whistle. He was one of those guys that could. I can't do it, but he was one of those guys that could put his fingers in his lips and just whistle. I mean, so loud. And it would set all the peacocks off in the farm because he'd just walk outside and just do that whistle. And like I said, across the road, there's a 10-acre property. And they would all, I don't know if you've ever heard a peacock caw, but wah, wah, wah. It actually almost sounds like they're saying, help, help, help. You know? Almost like they're saying the word help, distressed. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, peacocks. I don't know why people would breed them. You can't eat them. I think it's more for show thing. I honestly don't know. I think they sell them. I I I don't know why somebody would, like my neighbor with the rabbit farm. I understood. He actually ate the rabbits. We would, you know, I give him a few recipes on that. The feathers, yeah, yeah, I could see that. But only the males have the big feathers. You know, the males are the ones that are the most elaborate ones that you see in pictures. The females look like blue chickens, pretty much. Mm. Yeah, and did you see Hook It Up Homestead's coconut video today? I'm just curious about that, Miss Helms. They were opening. She was opening up her first coconut, and she got two. She said she was gonna plant the other one. And I was like, I got 20 coconuts here that are about a foot tall, already in growth. I offered to her to ship coconuts to her. You know. Oh yeah, I get 3 coconut trees. They drop down and they just start growing, and I'm too busy to mess with them, so they just start naturally growing. You know, that's what they do. They just drop on the ground, and start growing. But I can't have 20 coconut trees on. You know, um, I'm not gonna argue with you that I'm a lot better off than a lot of people. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. You know, in the coconut industry, yeah, I'm probably way. I think you were gonna say coconut trees wouldn't grow where you're at, and I'm positive that they won't. Well, Hook It Up's in Texas. No, but you know my friend did that lived in Rhode Island. They always talk about I'm gonna have palm trees. I'm gonna have palm trees, and they would go get palm trees and bring them up and keep them on their porch in Rhode Island as a stature of, you know. Of course, the trees probably wouldn't live. I don't know. But that was always the big thing up there that my buddy used to say that moved down here from Rhode Island. But yeah, they're not possible. Well, I can't have an apple tree here. Apples don't grow here. Pears don't grow here. Um, they have hybrid a heat resistant peach tree. The only problem is, this is back when my mother was still working in the agriculture department. The 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 peaches only grow about that big, you know. No, I know. I saw your beautiful pear tree. That was awesome. No, I saw your blossoms. When you said that it had never done that many, that's when I was like, that's what my avocado tree did just before it got really sick. But like I was saying, I grew up. My mother worked for the agricultural department for half of her life. Yeah. Quarter of her life she wasn't there, and this second quarter of her life, but half of her life she worked at the agriculture department. That's what I was saying. It's so neat. You can just pick a leaf off. If you got something that's abnormal, you should have it in Washington. You should have an agriculture department in the state. This is the interesting thing that I just Googled on how to, because I looked up immediately after I sent that text to Homestead about shipping her a coconut. I don't know what they call it, starters. They're just basically already blossomed, already grown coconuts. Because she could stick that coconut in the ground and half of them don't grow. It's just, it doesn't happen. And I hate to see her wasting her time because it could take her 4 months to find out whether it's going to grow or not. But I could send her a living plant. The only thing I have to do is I just have to get it certified through the Florida Agricultural Department. But I'm happy to do that because I think that would be so cool. I could take a video of me digging the coconut up, going to the place, recording what I can, of the inspection process and stuff like that. Plus, it'll be a learning experience if anybody wants to send a tree out of state, you know. The master gardeners at the Washington State University attend the farmers market some Saturdays. Yes, definitely. But there's a center there too. You can take like if you have a tree that's blemished or something, or you think that your pear tree is doing, take a clipping from your tree and you bring it into the center, and there's people that will just look at it and say, oh yeah, you got a fungus, or yeah, no, this is just a deficiency of. I mean, they can literally look at the leaves and tell you, oh, you have a nitrogen deficiency. You have a, whatever it is, and boom, then you just hit it up with the fertilizer, or in my case, it was the spray with the avocado. The problem is it was the rainy season, and as soon as the rain hit, the chemical was water soluble, so I had to do it like 3 freaking times. I just stand on my roof to do it, you know. But it was what it was. Hi, Phoenix. I'm sorry. Did I get sidetracked from another one? I'm not ignoring you. Not by any means, Phoenix. Welcome back. I'm sorry. I like to talk. I like to talk. Miss Helms, I have been training myself, being on Solomon's channel, to shut my mouth and listen for a few. But it takes a lot because I love to talk, and I will take over. I think you figured that out about knowing me as long as you have. I think you've realized that. Oh, those rabbit holes. Oh, you know what? I get down those rabbit holes. Miss Helms, you are the one and only person that I know will comment every single night on my what's for dinner. And that's funny. I'm glad that you enjoy them. I'm glad that you enjoy them. I think you enjoy them more than the staff that has to eat them does. It's 90. See, this is the thing is I'm going to say 50%. I'm going to start telling you exactly what I prepare and what I don't. But I'm generally repurposing leftovers from the kitchen to make a staff meal. Like tonight's dinner. I left a comment too on your comment. The only thing I did, I made the mint pesto for the lamb chops, and I made the Greek potatoes. But it was because they had leftover Greek chicken with zucchini, and I was like, well, I'm going to make Greek potatoes mainly because I wanted them for dinner. See, that's a plus when you're a cook, is when it comes to dinner time, you got a little leeway on what you can dictate. But I love Greek potatoes. Those are my favorite. There is a saucier at my club that makes the soup. Bill, the guy that the older gentleman that broke the egg yolk, he's actually the saucier on our club, and he makes all of the soups there. I give him suggestions sometimes, you know. Oh, those Greek potatoes are those are my favorite potatoes. And it's very simple to do. You just cut up some potato quarters. Then you mix half lemon juice and half chicken stock, and you put them in a roasting pan where they're only like halfway exposed, so half of the potatoes are poking out. Okay, you throw the oven on like 350. I think I did today. So it's lemon juice, chicken stock up to that level, salt, of course. You want salt, um, oregano. Then you throw them. Oh, olive oil. I'm sorry, olive oil. You top it with olive oil, and as that bakes in the oven, the liquid reduces down, and you get these crispy tops, and the inside of those absorb all of the flavor of the lemon and the oregano and the. Oh my god, they're my favorite potatoes. And I just learned that like 2 years ago. This is the first time I had them, and I was like, wow, you know. Carmen, I don't know what you're asking, but uh, this is an adult channel. You can join the discussion as long as you act like an adult. If you're a teenager, that's fine. I don't mind. Is Sunflower one of your friends, Phoenix? Wow, that's a name. You do, Carmen. You do have quite the name, I must say. Well, Carmen, get some sleep and rest till your daddy gets up. That's a good idea. Oh, she's on Yolanda's stream. Okay. Well, you're you're welcome here, Carmen. This is not as this is not a this is an adult stream. You're welcome here as long as you respect the place. I don't know, Phoenix. I don't know how to address this, to be honest with you. I do adult streams and adult topics, so I don't mind. I don't know how young this person is, but do I go fishing for pompano, Miss Helms? No, not at all. I don't do any fishing at all. I don't have a fishing license. Okay, I know, Boss Dog. Okay. All right. Oh no, if you're 15, you're okay. I thought you were a lot younger, and I was a little bit nervous. No, my daughter's 15. She's actually just graduating her 8th grade year, and on Wednesday she plays a saxophone, and I'm getting to go to her concert. because somebody's going to cover me at work and I'm going to be able to go. And I'm so excited to go see her play on her end of the year concert. So, oh, wonderful. So your brother's a YouTuber. That's awesome. When my kids said that they wanted to be a YouTuber, and it was so funny that I became a YouTuber, and then they were just like, I don't want to be seen. So my kids don't want to be seen. That's the funniest thing to me. I was like, this is this is I'm living your dream. Usually it's the other way around. Usually the parents want the kids to live their dreams, right? It's the parents that are like, you got to become a lawyer, you got to become a doctor, you got to be, you know. My kids are like, I'm gonna be a YouTube tuber. Yeah. Well, shout out to Boss Dog. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, Phoenix. Not much you can do though. You know, I don't know if you know him personally. Um, yeah, no, I'm with you. Oh shit, my phone's about to plug out. I gotta plug it in real quick. I forgot to have it plugged in. Sorry, guys. Um, Phoenix, yeah, it's a delicate situation. You know, it really is. But yeah, I feel for you, and I know you know the potential of what. I think all we could do is give support, and it, I think that's all you could do is just give support and try to cheer on. I don't know. This is YouTube. It's not like real life. You know what I mean? For instance, if I had a friend that I was worried about, you know, here in Florida, they've got what they call the Baker's Act, um, where you get taken to a place to where they take care of you in that aspect, you know. And a girlfriend, they threatened to undo herself because I was breaking up with her at one time. I was young. She actually had a razor knife to pin her down until the police arrived. That wasn't fun. But anyways, actually stopped me from getting into the army because they misread it. And they, when I took my ASVAB test and was trying to get into the military and stuff like that, they said that I was considering self-harming myself, and they never looked actually read the report. They misread the report because I actually called the police because my girlfriend at the time was considering doing that, and I intervened, but my name was on the public police record because of it. But they thought that I was the one that was um, unstable, you know. Sorry. I missed comments. I'm sorry, guys. Glad my phone didn't die. Awesome. Emotional support. Yeah, that's all. That's all we can do. That I know of. I don't know him any other way than YouTube. So I don't know him personally. You know. Oops. Um, your brother's not Carmen. Your brother's not uh person here that I normally speak with. He's always welcome to. Yes, Miss Helms. I applied for the army when I was 18. By 18, I had already lived quite the life. I was in mechanic school. My ASVAB test was like through the roof, and they were like, all of a sudden, they didn't want nothing to do with me because I had a criminal record and I was a high school dropout. And normally they void one or the other, but I was a special case, but they were kind of, you know. So once I took the ASVAB test, and they were like, ooh, I forgot what the freak, because they give you a letter and a number for your ranking. But once they got that letter and number, the guy that was the recruiter, there was a group of us, all of a sudden he just looked over, he's like, oh. Then he started paying some special interest in me. And there was so much BS with the stuff. I was a trained carpenter by the time I was 18, waiting for them to get their act together to allow me to join. It'd been over a year, and I needed a job. And yeah, that's when they finally did, get to me. I was like, yeah, sorry, I'm not interested anymore. Thank you. You had to go down to Miami. I had to do this physical test. We do the crab walk backwards. You had to get naked and let the doctors all check you out and stuff. It was uncomfortable. It was not. I'm sure you had to do the same thing, Miss Holmes. And now I got somebody that wants to bite. After all that, I got somebody who wants to bite my hand. You guys are gonna have to excuse me for a minute, though. I gotta use the restroom. I'm gonna leave the phone charging. Let's get rid of that. We got youngsters in now. I'll be right back. Come on, Max. Come inside. Behave, Max, please. You always want to act up when you're on YouTube. Yeah. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys. Have a good night, Miss Helms. If you catch this, if you're still here, I don't know if you are or not, but I don't know who's here. It's showing me on my YouTube that one person's here, but if everybody's gone, we can call it a night. Anybody here still? All right. Well, thank you for coming by, everybody. Appreciate it. I'm gonna go out, see if anybody else is live, and oh, Carmen. Well, Carmen, first off, it's wonderful to meet you. I'd just like to say that. Do you do any sports or any activities in your school? I'm just curious because my daughter's in 8th grade as well. Bye. Have a good night.